Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I want to do a quick video on a newly acquired stone. It's a Osuku Asagi, and you see me honing on this. This is not an Osuku, obviously. Just giving my final touches on my Naniwa Superstone 3000. And you guys can see, if you're interested, I have a video on how I hone on this stone. But we're gonna go from that stone to my Asagi. So right now, I just resetted the bevel on a 3000. I just verified it. I only needed to do a couple more passes, and I'm doing this Bacher tree brand Bacher. It's really nice. Whoever honed it before me kind of put a little smile to it. You know, I wasn't feeling like redoing the bevel on my 1K, so I just reset it on my 3K. It was time for honing. It started to pull a little bit. So this stone, if you follow Dr. Matt, he was talking about chef knives to go and how these stones were amazing for the price. And I think he's right. They are like $69 or something, but this stone is really cool. They come in all kinds of different colors and styles and whatnot, thickness. I think I got an awesome one. I love the pattern on it. Check that out. Now, they said as an Asagi, I think that term gets thrown around a lot. It is greenish, so I guess we can call it an Asagi. But so let's get to it. So this is gonna be a two-part video. If I open my sprayer, it's gonna be a two-part video. And the reason it's going to be a two-part is because I just went from a 3000 into, I'm going to go to my Osuku, right? And you might be wondering, why would I do that? Oh, usually Osukus are great finishers and all that. So this is a fairly new stone for me. I only honed a couple of erasers, and I used them strictly as a finisher. I used it after my 8K, and I used it on another eraser that just needed refreshing. So I'm right now testing the capabilities of this stone, and that's what we're doing. So while I was refreshing another razor, I noticed that it's a fast cutter. So I like honing after my 3K straight into my J knots. So I'm gonna see if that is possible with this stone. I'm sure it is. It's a nice stone, and most J knots that I have honed with, you can do one stone hone easy, coming from 1K. So after a 3K, I'm sure we don't have any problems. So there we go. That was a DMT 325. So stone is really hard. It's not hardest Osuku ever. For what I've seen, the harder ones are darker. Another one, and it's darker and it's harder. But I think it's hard enough. So right now I'm gonna divide this in two videos, and the reason is I want to do the mid-level work in one video, and then I'm going to do a second video where I'm going to finish the eraser, and then I'm going to shave in one video without pausing it. Did that once already, and a lot of people liked it. If you see this stone is pretty wide. I like it a lot. And if you see, the slurry is already darkened. Has a nice green tint to it. This is a fast stone. Feedback is great. So I'm sure I'll be fine. So when I'm doing mid-level, I usually don't screw around with the amount of pressure that I put on a razor. I do fairly try to keep it the same. I explained this before, or my theory on that is that I do it like golf. When you're playing golf, you don't change your stroke, you just change the club. So that's what I usually do with my honing. I don't change my stroke, I only change my stone, right? But in this case, right after the 3K, I am not applying pressure. I am just torquing it just a slight bit. I'm making sure that there's contact. That's all I'm doing, which is what I do always anyways, but I am applying a little bit more firm. Nothing that I won't do at the final stages, but it's still no pressure, nothing crazy. It's fairly touching, making sure that I get full coverage. And as you can see, you probably see, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm doing somewhat of a rocking motion because of the person who first honed this razor. This razor came to me used, so had a great edge. Just don't know why they did that to it. Edge was great, so I had no complaints. Just started honing it. I was like, man, I really do not want to reset that bevel into a straight line. So, because I'm lazy, just went with it. So this stone is really nice. As you see, it feels like somewhat greasy. It's awesome. Like it. Let's get some water in there. So I use 2 sprayers. Use a little sprayer like this one. It's great for just misting. Getting some water into your slurry. Some people use drops. Sometimes I use drops from the one finger. Just controlling the amount of water you put on it, I guess. So the slurry is mounting the razor pretty good at this point. I see it undercutting. I don't know if you guys can see it over there, but I see it undercutting beautifully. And it was already doing that after the 3K. So very controlled. I'm just making sure that I'm getting full coverage on that edge. When I do have strokes like this, and like I already told you, this razor has somewhat of a smiley face on it. You want to make sure that you are doing the rocking motion as you're doing the stroke. Do not apply extra pressure and the stroke stays the same. It's my little recommendation. You can do whatever you want, but that's what I will do. That's how I do it. I'm putting the blade at a bit of an angle. Not required at this point, but it has a very aggressive shoulder here, and I dig into my Naniwa with it, gouge the corner of it, not the corner, the edge of the stone there. It's like, man, it's pretty aggressive. All right, so I'll get that wet a little bit. I am gonna check that edge, see how those serrations are looking, and then we'll go from there. So I don't have any fancy equipment to show y'all. I don't have a nice telescope. These little guys, Amazon, they're like $3.99 and they work great. I think this is a 40x. Oh yeah, I'm happy with it. So just gonna work a little bit more and that should be sufficient. Then serrations are gone. Right now I have a nice beat blast. Nice blasted edge or bevel. It looks good. So I'm about to stop the video and then I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna do the final honing on it, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that. It's not gonna change that much, except I'm not gonna be using my DMT plate for that. And then I'm gonna shave. I'm gonna see if this stone is for me as great as it was for finishing. See if I can hone a razor straight from the 3K all the way to the shaving progression. So you have it, guys. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.